Good morning. I am Success, and boy, don't we just love life under construction? It's quite beautiful sometimes, Miss Donna.
Right. And then construction in the sunshine and makes it even better.
Yes, it does, and we love the fact that you've got sunshine up there where you are in Ohio, and I've got
Mhm.
sunshine down here in beautiful South Carolina. So, wow, what a wonderful way to
Wow.
start the morning.
Yes, it is.
Hey, plus all the sunshine we give off, you just can't help it.
Right. And we've got an awesome, it might be a few minutes longer this morning. We're going to try to finish this chapter out.
Absolutely.
So, you ready to get started here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okie dokie. Protecting home base. The word home takes on a different meaning for everyone. Your home could be the immediate family who live under your roof, or your home could be your close circle of friends who are just like brothers and sisters to you. But whoever gets to reap the benefits of your success, you have to make sure that you are investing the appropriate time and energy into the people who are most important to you. Why? The answer is obvious. By the way, they enrich your life. We all have our greatest hits of excuses for not spending enough time at home. Here are some. Baby, you know I'm working these long hours so that I can make money for you. I'm sorry, son. Daddy was just too exhausted to make it to your softball game today. I know I promised you that we would catch up for the last 2 weeks, but this project is killing me. In the famous words of Billy D. Williams in the classic 1975 film Mahogany, success is nothing without someone you love to share it with. Our success cannot exist when we don't have the time, space, and energy to share it with our loved ones. I'm sorry. Treat your home and family as a sacred priority and make sure everyone understands what that means. Make sure that every visitor to your home knows the rules of your house and respects the place that you call home. Don't allow anyone to just come up in your home and violate the peace and serenity that you have created for you and your family. Your home is also about creating a space that becomes your sanctuary. When I got my first significant check, a friend came over to my house and told me I needed to hire a
Feng shui. Feng,
okay
feng shui expert.
expert. Okay, feng shui expert. Now I'm just a regular country boy from Cleveland, and I certainly didn't know what feng shui was, nor was I too keen about having anything called feng up in my house. But once I learned that feng shui was a technique for aligning your environment with your life's priorities, I was open to it. I invited experts into my home to show me and my wife new color patterns that were supposed to encourage peace and prosperity. They showed us specific ways to arrange our furniture,
Yep.
to invite in positive energy, and attract wealth. Now, I don't know if all that feng shui really worked. I had my pastor come in and bless the house just in case. But having every aspect of our space in order made a huge difference in truly making our house a home. Here are some specific ways to create quality time. Carve out dedicated family time. Schedule time with your significant other. Create fun time with your kids. Pray and stay together. Work on your honey-do list. And consider hiring help. Honoring your health. I am committed to exercising every day at 3:45 a.m. Whew! Regardless of whether I am at home or on the road. Why? Because my vision demands it. My daily schedule includes hosting the Steve Harvey Morning Show from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., producing and starring on the Steve Harvey Show from 11:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And after that, I'm back home to take on my husbandly and fatherly duties. Even if I was 10 years younger, there's no way I could manage a demanding schedule such as mine without the energy and endurance I get from working out. Here is a typical Steve Harvey schedule, and it is rigid.
Wow.
3:15 a.m., wake up, prayer. 3:45 a.m., gym workout. 4:45 a.m., report to Steve Harvey Radio Studio. 5 a.m., radio show begins. 9 a.m., radio show ends. 10 a.m., conference calls and business updates. 10:30 a.m., daily talk show production meetings. 11 a.m., hair and makeup / dress. 11:30 p.m., tape show number 1. 2:30 p.m., lunch conversation with Mrs. Harvey, business updates and conference calls. 4:45 p.m., tape show number 2. 6:45 p.m., wrap. 7 p.m., post-show production meeting. 7:15 p.m., depart for home. 8 p.m., resume husband and fatherly duties at home. At the end of the day, your health is your wealth. We have to put the time in to align our physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. We get one body to do our work here on earth, so we have to be serious about getting our rest, eating well, and staying fit. Find out what works for you and get about the business of giving your temple the energy it will need to work your gifts and fulfill your purpose. If you are slacking on your health, here are a few tips to get you moving in the right direction. Make sure your schedule and keep your annual checkups. Take the time for some kind of physical activity every day, even if you have to start out with just 20 minutes. Choose a healthy diet that will give you the greatest amount of energy and strength for your lifestyle. Yippee, that falls into our business.
Absolutely.
Cut out any excessive alcohol from your diet. Drink plenty of
Oh
water.
man.
Now, I'm not a doctor, but I know that your health is just as much a part of your wealth as the digits in your bank account. Give your body what it needs so that you can have the life you want. I'll pass it over to you, Michelle. Boy, that's
And
some
that is so,
strong words.
and it's the truth. And not
Yes, it
only,
is.
I mean, he's sitting there saying it, and you know that he's one of the successful entrepreneurs of now. I mean, he's, he's got millions that he's making.
Mm-hmm.
He's carving out the way, and he's showing, and he's very much dedicated
Right.
to, God first, family, exercise, and
Yes.
that whole regimen. And then I know, like Tony Roberts in his new book that just came out, and all the interviews that he's been doing too, and he's a billionaire. I know his businesses are making right now they're $5 billion a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything that he did with his book, it's for top 50 influential people. Well, again,
Right.
billionaires, not millionaires, billionaires. And that was one of the key factors that they all had in common was not just taking care of yourself
Self
mentally, but physically. I mean, that
and spiritually, and yes. Mm-hmm.
yes, it all comes together. And yes, and even spiritually, because even he says, because even in one of the interviews I was watching yesterday, it was the fact that he's a Christian. He makes no bones about it, but he always tells anybody because he knows that all faiths watch and read and do everything. So he even flat out tells you, just like Steve Harvey does, who it is that is your part for the spirituality. Make sure that you're connected to it, you know,
Hmm.
and you follow it, and you do good. And it's so funny because to listen to Steve Harvey talking about just the different things he does for the modern day, and then Frank Kern quoted it perfectly, said it just right. Everybody, one of the major books out there is Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich
Right.
for the past, and that book still holds true with all of its methods and everything today. And it was so funny because Frank Kern turned around and said that Tony Robbins is the Napoleon Hill of the modern day for everything that he's doing and for what this new book that he had come out, what, you know, it's basically what that would be for the modern day Napoleon Hill. So that just like really stuck in
Hmm.
me. You know, it's like, wow. So I'm sorry I had to share.
Yes. So now what's oh, surrendering to your spirit. Ooh, we.
Yes.
Okay, Michelle.
Surrendering to your spirit. My goal here is not to prescribe a certain belief system or to make you feel guilty about skipping your worship services more often than you attend. But I would encourage you to find a way to surrender to your spirit on a daily basis, whether that's through prayer, meditation, finding a house of worship, or connecting with a small group of like minded folks. Whatever will help you to remember there is a big picture and a greater purpose for your life. Get attuned to that vehicle for your spirit and keep that connection going. Monitoring your mental health. Stress and the pressure of our high powered lives have the capacity to significantly damage our health and our well being. If we aren't paying attention, if you feel yourself veering into a dangerous emotional place that is beyond talking it out with a friend or a trusted spiritual leader, do not, and I repeat, do not be too proud to check in with a mental health professional, regardless of your race, gender, or economic status. We can't afford not to take our mental health seriously if we want to fully enjoy our success and peace and happiness with our loved ones. And that is so true. That one right there, your mental health is probably one of the most important aspects, because if you're not right with your mind, you possibly can't help yourself or anybody else if you're not. So that one is so strong. And I know Anthony Robbins even shared that too, stating that Jim Rohn, who was one of his major mentors, and I mean, and not too many people who are entrepreneurs and that kind of stuff haven't heard of Jim Rohn, but Jim Rohn, he would turn around and his biggest advice was 30 minutes a day, regardless. I don't care what it is, but pick up a book that has something to do with either an autobiography or, you know, just something that's positive, and pick it up and minimum 30 minutes a day in order to keep that mental health sharp and going, and keep your head above water, because you'll always find that there's people out there that have had it worse than you. There's people out there that have had it better than you, but you're going to find the mixtures, and at least you realize that you're not alone, and you can make it through whether you're by yourself or you're not by yourself or anything else. But you've got to go out there and you've got to seek the material and find a way to, you know, whatever means of doing it. I mean, I'm a classic example for the fact that it doesn't matter how you soak it in, but soak it in. If you got to get the hard copy of the book, then get a hard copy of the book. I love my Kindle books because with my disability in my hands, it's so much easier because I'm not trying to flip pages in something that I've got to hold. I also, a majority of my books, especially the ones I end up passionate about, I get them on Audible too. That way I listen to them in audio form also. So, you know, they're just, to me, and, you know, minimum 30 minutes a day of just pouring in that just positive and the different things that, keep your head above water no matter what you're going through. Getting your financial house in order. Whether you are a recent graduate just starting out or you have multiple businesses with your name on them, we can all be more diligent and proactive about our finances. Those steps can be as small as eating out less often or as big as refinancing your home. Successful people know how to use their money wisely today and set themselves up powerfully for the future. A few years ago, right after Marjorie and I got married, I got hit with a tax bill to the tune of $20 million. I woke up to the nightmare of discovering that my accountant hadn't filed my taxes in nearly 6 years. Here I was with the woman of my dreams, and I was facing a financial hole so deep that it was going to take me a minimum of 12 years to climb out of it. I came clean with Marjorie, and I started working hard. I took every speaking engagement, book signing, and in-person appearance I could find. I literally lived at the airport, but I wanted to show my wife that I was serious about getting our financial house in order. After signing a strategic deal to sell the Steve Harvey Radio Network, I was blessed to pay off that bill in half the time. That experience taught me that I never want to have a financial cloud like that hanging over my head, over my life ever again. Financial health is about looking at your entire financial picture. Here are some areas to consider. Do you know the difference between good debt, for example, purchasing a home or condo or investing in your child's education, versus bad debt, for example, carrying big balances on high-interest credit cards? What can you do to cut down on your bad debt and increase the payments for your good debt? Are you willing to track your spending habits to see where you can cut back? Are you putting enough away for your retirement, your child's college fund? What can you do to improve your credit score? Can you pay off your credit card with the highest interest rate? Can you get a lower interest rate on any of your cards? All of these factors determine how healthy your finances are. Here are 5 things that every success-oriented person must have for a solid financial foundation. 1, create a monthly budget. Developing a budget and sticking to it is essential for creating financial accountability for you and your family. 2, open a checking and a savings account. Successful people know how to conduct their business above board. Find a bank that you trust and start creating your financial future. Number 3, save, save, save. Whether it's $5 a week or 10% of your paycheck, whatever you can comfortably do, invest in your life and your future by saving now. 4, file your taxes. It's simple to pay your taxes each year on time. Uncle Sam has no regard for your social status. Just ask any celebrity who thought they could get away with not paying taxes. Invest in your child's financial literacy. Talk with your children now about the importance of budgeting, saving, and investing. Once you have the basics covered, you can consider the following. Hiring a financial professional. When you reach that tipping point where you need extra help to file your taxes or diversify your portfolio, it's time to consider hiring a bookkeeper, accountant, or financial planner. If you decide to hire a professional, make sure that you have an open relationship where you can check in about your finances at any time. At the end of the day, it's your money. Creating multiple investment opportunities. Look into ways to spread out your eggs in multiple baskets. Remember, your finances, like your health and your home, are only as successful as your investment of time, energy, and the excellence we make them. That is so
Wow.
powerful, and I will give one golden nugget on top of that, just for the fact that that chapter rolled exactly in with what's to come next. Anthony Robbins' book, Money Masters. with simple steps. That exact whole thing that he just went through in here with Steve Harvey, Tony Robbins actually goes deeper into all of it in his book, all the way from the mental, all the way to the family, all the way to the finance. Even the finance part, he gives you companies that you can go to have your portfolio looked at. He goes into all the different things that normally it's only your top 1%, your unicorns that can turn around and afford to get a lot of these different services. But in his new book, he actually gives you the links to these places that have now, because of what the mission is that he's doing, that it's now open to anyone, everyone. It doesn't matter if you're backed up in debt, if you're knee-deep hole in debt. Doesn't matter if you've got two nickels to rub together or if you've got a little bit of a nest egg plugged away. He actually goes through step by step and shares what he learned from these 50 billionaires to turn around and within the next, 10 years to literally turn your life around in such a way that will impact you and everyone around you. And I will also end on this note for the fact that it's not just about money. It literally it's about so much more than money. And it all starts with gratitude.
Right, absolutely. Well, we covered a lot today. So go back and listen to the replay, listen to those words that we read out of the book, if it's kind of jumbled, and watch the replay again because we did cover a lot here. And then we've got one more chapter, and it's a short chapter tomorrow. It's not very long. And then we go into mine and Michelle's next phase, which, Michelle, do you want to tell them just a little bit, just a hint of what we're going to be doing?
Oh, we can let them know. We've had so much fun doing this. This is even broadening our life and helping us tremendously. But we have found that there is a better platform to do it. So that means we can still probably do like maybe a weekly hangout or something so that you still see our bright, sunshiny faces and connect with us.
Right.
It's like a weekly review of what we've done through the week. But our daily stuff, we are actually going to shift into something that you can turn around and take with you wherever you go.
Right. And now we're not sure exactly the date that we're going to be switching over platforms. We will keep you updated and, give you plenty of warning. But we just kind of wanted to put that out there. So, what an awesome morning, Michelle.
Yes, it is, and that was a very, very powerful chapter. Although every one of them has been throughout this whole entire book, it definitely had the perfect timing, and I just, I'm very grateful for everything that we have been going through, and I'm very much looking forward to 2015.
Right. So tomorrow we finish the book. God blesses you to become a blesser. Oh.
Yes.
And I'll end with that.
Absolutely. So check back in. Always keep your life and success under construction. We love you, and until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.